Hi, this is the third and last part of our series of videos and blog posts about the integration between Kogito and TrustyAI. As a recap, in the first part we demonstrate how to create a new Kogito application and its configuration to make it work with TrustyAI. The second one was about the setup of your OpenShift cluster, and this one will be about the deployment of the TrustyAI infrastructure together with your Kogito application. First of all, let's have a look at the TrustyAI architecture, just to give you a little bit the idea of all the services that we are going to deploy. So first of all, we have the Kogito service, which is the application that we created in the first video that contains your daemon and that you can evaluate. And here, every time you evaluate a decision, an event is generated. And this event contains all the information that we need to calculate the explainability, as well as all the inputs and outputs of the decisions. And this event is consumed by the Trusty service, and the responsibility of this service is to store all the information and to make them available for the front end. And it communicates also with the explainability service that, as you can imagine, calculates the explainability. And in a nutshell, the explainability is calculated like the following. So we take your original decision with the original input and we create multiple requests perturbing the data using your original inputs. So we perturb the data, we generate some random requests, and then we execute them using your original Kogito application. We collect back all the results, and then we train a machine learning model to understand what are the most relevant features that contributed to your original decision. And then the result of this evaluation is stored by the Trusty service in InfiniSpan in this very moment, but in the near future we will support multiple storages. So now the first thing to do is to deploy the Kogito service, the Kogito application. So the name is my Kogito application service, and we have to create a label. So app equals my Kogito application service, and then the image we have to put the name of the image on the remote tab. Which in my case is on Quay, so my Kogito application version 1.0, and then we have to link the Kogito infra that we created in the second video. And the dependency is only Kafka, because if we look at the diagram, we do not have any InfiniSpan dependency in your Kogito service, so only we have to specify only Kafka. Create, then we have to deploy the front end, the Trusty service, and the explainability service. So we go to Kogito supporting service, and let's deploy the Trusty service. So resource type is TrustyAI, infra is Kafka, and InfiniSpan. As I said, the Trusty service needs InfiniSpan because it has to store all the data and make it available for the front end. So we put the name of the Kogito infra custom resource that we created in the second video. Create. Now, as you can imagine, the front end needs to know where is the back end, so where is the Trusty service. So we have to provide it as a configuration to the application. So first of all, we can find the URL of the Trusty service looking at under networking and then routes, and this is the URL where any application can reach the Trusty service, and we have to provide it as a configuration for the audit UI. So Kogito supporting service, and here we type Kogito TrustyUI service, resource type is TrustyUI, and the configuration is injected using an environment variable, and its name is Kogito trusting endpoint. This is the URL. No Kogito infra links. Create. Last, explainability service. Resource type explainability. Infra. Only Kafka. Because as you can see here, we do not have any dependency to Infinispan. So create. We wait until it's deployed. We can also have a look here at pods. In the meanwhile, let's go to routes and let's execute a decision. So we use this Swagger UI, and let's evaluate the loan eligibility DMN model, for example with this input. Execute. We got back the result of our DMN model, and now we can have a look at the TrustyAI. And here we have our decision, and we can have a look at all the decisions that have been taken, all the internal decisions, the explainability, and everything. So now we are done, and this was the end of this video and this blog post, and hope you have enjoyed, and keep posted.